They say kindness echoes louder than bullets, but back then, I didn't know that. All I knew was blood on the snow, the sound of breath nearly gone. And that I dragged a stranger into my cabin, knowing damn well he might kill me once he woke. That was the winter the mountains went quiet. Snow came early that year, thick, smothering, like the land wanted to forget we ever walked on it. I'd been living alone for nearly a year, tucked up near Pine Hollow in my daddy's old hunting shack, trying to outlast the whispers from town that followed me like burrs on wool. Said my mother was Apache. Said my father drank himself dead from shame. I didn't bother arguing, just left. The day it happened, I was out gathering kindling near the ravine, basket half full, wind getting sharp. I remember thinking I'd better head back soon. That's when I heard the sound, like a growl and a cry twisted together. Not a coyote, not a man, something in between. My breath caught, and I moved slow, careful, around the bend. There he was, young, strong, broken. Lying in the snow with blood pouring from his thigh, his blade snapped in the dirt beside him. And just beyond, a grizzly the size of a damned boulder. She was bleeding too, eyes hard like polished stone. For a heartbeat, she looked at me. I didn't think. I just threw my kindling basket and ran, not away, from the bear. I screamed, waved a branch, stumbled through brush and snow until we hit the ravine edge. She charged. I jumped left. She didn't stop. There wasn't even a roar, just the sound of snow and weight and silence. When I made it back to him, he was still breathing, barely, skin coppered, a braid across his shoulder, beads woven in. Comanche, I thought, or death wearing a younger face. I had no sled, no horse, and no damn reason to save him except one. He was dying. So I dragged him. Every inch through snow and pine burned like fire in my back. But I got him home, laid him by the hearth, stripped the wet from his legs, poured whiskey in his wound. He flinched once. That was it. I boiled water, spooned willow bark tea between his cracked lips. He didn't speak, not even when I changed the bandage or pressed heat against his fevered skin. By midnight, he opened his eyes, dark, not black, but endless, like a moonless night. "You should have let me die," he said. I didn't answer, just gave him water. "You're alone?" he asked. I nodded. "You shouldn't be." "Neither should you," I told him. He stared at me like I'd said something sacred, or damn foolish. Next morning, I found hoof prints in the snow. A dozen riders had circled the cabin and vanished. They'd come for him, and they'd seen me. He told me his name was Tanka, son of a Comanche chief. He'd been on a spirit trial, meant to carry a piece of obsidian to a sacred mountain, bury it in silence, and return without help. But I broke that trial. I dishonored my path, he said. "But you're alive," I said back. He didn't argue, but something shifted between us, something deep and quiet. I didn't ask him to stay. He didn't ask me to send him off. We just shared the silence. I gathered wood. He watched. He carved little shapes from pine. And one day, I caught him looking at me, not like a man watches a woman, but like a man looks at a storm coming and knows he'll be changed by it. Then the riders came. Not Comanche, town men, 8 of them, dust-caked coats, rifles at their backs. Their leader, Clem Radford, badge shining like sin, spurred up and pointed his finger. "There she is," he barked. "Hiding out here with one of them." The others spread wide, one dismounted, gun ready. "I saved a man," I said, voice steady. "He was hurt, that's all." "That's enough," Clem sneered. "Word is, you've gone native, sleeping with savages. Maybe your mama's blood finally won out." I didn't flinch, but I heard the rifle click behind me. Tanka stood then, no rush, just presence, still as stone. The men laughed, until the arrows came. They thudded into trees, 1, 2, 3, not aimed to kill, just to warn. The ridgeline filled with shapes. Warriors on horseback. The tribe hadn't left. They'd stayed close, watching, waiting. Now they stepped from the pines like shadows come alive. The men froze, outnumbered, surrounded. "You called them?" Clem growled. "No," I said, "but kindness tends to echo." Another arrow hit the dirt beside a rider's boot. He dropped his gun. Tanka stepped forward. "This land knows your anger," he said, "knows your fire, but it remembers her too. The woman who gave without asking, who held life and did not close her hand." The men left. They didn't apologize, but they left. That night, the tribe gathered outside my cabin. No threats, no speeches, just a fire. Tanka handed me something carved from bone, a bear fang, worn smooth. "This is what you did," he said. "You carried life." He didn't kiss me, didn't even touch my hand. But he stayed. The next morning, snow melted fast. Spring came like a breath you didn't expect to take. Children from the tribe watched me tend my stew. Some even smiled. Tanka moved more each day, limping but proud. Fixing things I didn't ask him to fix. Sitting quiet near my fire. We didn't talk about the future. We didn't need to. Then the hooves came again. 3 at first, then 5 more. Men from town again. Clem was back, red scarf around his throat, rage in his eyes. "You still here?" he yelled. "Still playing nurse to killers?" He dismounted, rifle in hand. "She's harboring him," another shouted. "Letting him stay, like he owns the place." Tanka didn't move, still carving. "Stand up," Clem snapped. "We'll teach you what happens when animals forget their place." I stepped forward. "He's not trespassing, he was invited." Another click, another raised gun. I looked at Tanka. He didn't need to ask. I nodded. Arrows answered first, into the trees near their boots. Shapes again on the ridgeline. The tribe hadn't gone far. They never trusted peace to hold. Surrounded, again. But this time, Clem's voice cracked. Not from anger, from fear. "You don't scare me," he spat. Tanka stepped forward. "This land remembers mercy," he said. "It remembers her." He pointed at me. "She saved a life that wasn't hers to save. You see sin, we see honor." Clem didn't respond. His men mounted. One by one, they turned and left. Not fast, not proud, but they left. The last one dropped something on the ground. A canteen. Empty. Tanka picked it up, handed it to me. "You didn't run," he said. "Neither did you." "I wouldn't leave you." I looked at him. "I know." He pressed something into my hand, a carved wolf, plain and steady. "Not fierce," he said, "just watchful." I kept that carving. Still have it. They never came back. The townsfolk, not after that. Some nights we sat on the porch, him carving, me patching quilts. We didn't speak much. Didn't need to. And I'll tell you this, kindness don't always get you thanked. But sometimes it gets remembered. Sometimes it changes everything. And some debts ain't measured in money.